Imagine a place where the food is good, the drinks are better, and there's no pressure to be good at small talk because you're too busy plotting your next board game move. Today, we're stepping into Emerald Tavern Games and Cafe in Austin, Texas, a cozy mashup of pub, cafe, and a board gamer's dream. Welcome back to my channel. We're still here in Austin on our extended layover on our way to South America. And before we head to the airport in a couple of hours, we're going to partake in an interesting foodie adventure. More like food, drinks, and dice. And when I say dice, I mean as in games. We're here at the Emerald Tavern Games and Cafe. That's right. So if you're really into board games, this is the place to be. Or if you're hungry, because they actually serve food. There's my husband over there. He's the board game aficionado. I'm just a groupie. Well, that's an interesting design.
Okay, for the uninitiated into D&D nerddom, what you see before you is what's called a mimic. And what a mimic is it's a monster that is in fantasy dungeons that takes on the role of a treasure chest.
The more you know. Not a dungeon, just a board game cafe that we're entering. Emerald Tavern is tucked away in North Austin. It's giving cozy British pub meets geek chic library. Wooden bookshelves everywhere, overflowing with hundreds of board games. You can come here for the food or the games, but most come for both. Wow, so this is like a restaurant. The hostess just sat us down and we have menus. First things first, there's the drinks menu, and you seem excited over a drink.
Yeah, a lot of these are kind of based on either board games or just general popular culture. But this in particular game called Root, which kind of looks like soil and dirt, is actually one of my favorite games to play. It involves little woodland creatures fighting for control of the forest.
They have other cocktails that are board game themed, and on the back, they have mead. Oh my gosh, this is like, I don't know, Middle Ages. And this is a legit menu or a legit restaurant. You can see they have real food here. A brisket pie, that sounds very, I don't know, Middle Ages, medieval. Steak and ale pie, bangers and mash. People also come here for snacks, so if you don't want a real plate, you can get some pretzels and popcorn. Ooh, full English breakfast for $19. Available on weekends. Well, the full English breakfast does sound tempting. It is 12 o'clock. And over here they have more cocktails and coffee and teas.
Well, I just really love how each of these drinks is very sort of thematic with like either an Old English or like a Tolkien style fantasy, like the Bishop's Crackerberry or the Fuller's Esb, the Jester King rotating. So you really kind of feel like you're getting a full fantasy experience.
I have no idea what you just said, but it looks good. And look who we have here. Jason brought over some games.
If you just want to borrow one game, it's $5. If you want to borrow unlimited, then it's $10.
$10 here?
$10 here.
This may be the best $10 we've spent.
Okay, so these are both what are called cooperative games, meaning that you're not going against each other, you're both going to cooperatively try to win or lose the game together.
I'm excited that they brought out our drinks first. So obviously, Jason got the Root drink, which is matcha with orange blossom, mango, lemonade, and soda water. I just love how it's layered like a plant, like so that's grass on top and I don't know, soil on the bottom, but it's lemon. I got the Blue Raz White Dragon. Why? I mean, come on, you got to get a drink that has dragon in the name. So it contains soda water, pineapple, and coconut milk. So this is going to be a while before they bring out our food. Let's go on a field trip around this shop. Sorry, I don't know too much about games, but I do know this is a 20-side dice for Dungeons and Dragons. Modern board games are designed like experiences. Some are competitive, some are cooperative, some last 15 minutes, others take all weekend. Did you know the modern board game boom started in Germany in the 1990s? Games like Catan, which fans call Eurogames, kicked off this whole culture of strategy, trading, and building. That's why you'll often see German titles or designers on the boxes. I recognize that, World of Warcraft. Jason used to play that. And now it's a board game instead of an online game. Okay, the classics. So I know about Scrabble, and I know Twister and Jenga. Let's This is amazing, the selection of games at this shop. We got rows and rows of nothing but board games. I mean, there's something for everyone. Games of all different genres, interests, age levels. And there's another side to the shop where there's more seating, but we're seated on the other side because over there it's already full. And if you're into painting board game pieces like Jason is, they have a huge selection of paints by Vallejo. Yeah, it's one-stop shop for building your board game sets. So they even sell fake grass. These are extra board game pieces that you can purchase and paint. That's such a cool mural. I almost want to jump into it, but I know I'm just going to hit the wall and not enter some different portal. Honestly, I could just stand here browsing boxes for hours. The art alone is worth it. Half of these could be coffee table books, and yet behind every box is a different little universe you can step into. Not bad for a Sunday afternoon in Austin. Board gaming is a subculture I'm not too familiar with. I only know about it because of my husband. Growing up, I wasn't really into board games. I think maybe it's because I was playing games that they're not cooperative games, as my husband had said earlier. They were these games that I would say which were more like zero sum, in that there can only be one winner. And if you were out, then you weren't going to have a good time. It was just kind of boring to sit out while everybody else got to play. For example, like Monopoly. Like once you run out of money or you're stuck in jail, that's it. There's no fun to it. I used to like to play the game Sorry until, I would lose all my pieces and then I have to sit out. It's a little guilty pleasure, but I actually do like the board game Candyland to play with kids. However, there's not really much strategy to it. I mean, you just got to luck out and hope that you get the Queen Frostine card. Yeah, she was my favorite character. And I doubt I'm going to find the game Candyland here. I don't think so. I mean, there's way better games than that. How cute. They have these dragon-themed squishables. Also characters from fantasy board games. Not really sure what they are, but they do look like they would come from a fantasy board game. Sorry, they don't have Labubu's here, but this looks interesting to me. A Dungeon Meister cookbook. My husband posts a board game night every other week. I wonder if this would be a good present for his birthday. Hey, I recognize this. Pokemon. Except, I don't think this is the shall I open it? Or should I keep it sealed? And look what we have here. They brought out my order of the full English breakfast. Jason also got the full English breakfast. But while I was walking over there, he already set up the table for a game. That's impressive that you set up all of this. So if you've never been to a board game cafe, here's how it usually works. You order food you would order at any cafe, like sandwiches, wraps, beers, lattes, and you pay a small fee to access their library of games. Here at Emerald Tavern, it's $10 for unlimited play. I feel like we're back in the UK with this full English breakfast.
Do you want a sip of my drink?
Sure, I'll give it a try. Cheers to Roots. This is nice, it's earthy. Here, why don't you take a sip of my drink, the Blue Raz Dragon. Tell me if it feels fiery.
Some kick to it.
This is the first time I've seen an English breakfast outside of the UK. So what does that consist of? It consists of sausage, mushrooms, yes, mushrooms for breakfast, beans, I don't know what it is with British people and beans for breakfast, but that's how it goes. Toast, it's supposed to be bacon. I know it's not like their bacon, but that's bacon, tomatoes, and eggs. You better fuel up for this quest. No, this isn't a food eating competition. However, I did finish my full English breakfast a lot faster. But hey, I did a 4-mile run this morning and it was hot and humid. But what I did enjoy about this breakfast is that it was filling, but it didn't leave me stuffed. I remember when I was in the UK and every time I ordered the full English breakfast, afterwards I felt like I needed to take an English nap.
Let the games begin. Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Yeah, now that they cleared our plates.
Okay, so the name of this game is Forbidden Island, and the object of the game is to collect the different treasures. You gain the treasures by getting 4 treasure cards on the location, and then you get your pawns to Fool's Landing and you escape.
Did you guys get that? I sort of did.
Draw the top 6 cards and place them face up next to the draw pile to form the flood discard pile.
Flipping of cards. Got Silvergate. Where's Silvergate? Oh, there it is. What's up with the names of these places? Cliffs of Abandon. So we flipped it, and yeah, it does look sad. Wah, wah. No big deal that we just lost that round pretty quickly. I mean, we got this table for as long as we want, so you can keep playing this game until you win. That's exactly what we did. We shuffled the cards and played another round. This time, we were more successful. Collect the chalice, and now we have all the treasures. We got those 2, and then those 2 over there. And my second action, I'm gonna fly home to Fool's Landing. And the last one, I am going to turn in my helicopter lift, and we're gonna fly home.
Play the helicopter card. We are rescued from Fool's Landing. We've gained the 4 treasures, and we've won the game by getting off the island before it sinks.
Yay! I got the winning shot. Oh wait, that's the wrong game.
It's always good manners to put the game away, to help put the game away if you play it.
On to our second game. So remember, $10 gets you unlimited game rentals, and we certainly are going to take advantage of it. We don't have too much time because we got to get to the airport pretty soon, but I think we can fit in 1 or 2 rounds. And the name of the game is Codenames. Oh, okay, there goes the box. Here's the setup to the second game. Codenames Duet.
Okay, so basically you and your partner must guess the correct words by giving 1 word clue or number. If you can correspond with the green, then you are correct. If it lands on a black, you lose the game. If it lands on one of these beige colors, it's neutral, nothing happens. You have to guess 15 words, and you have 9 tries to do it.
9 tries? This could take a while, and we don't have that much time. We have like 20 minutes before we have to head out.
Okay, 2, diner.
2, diner. Guess I'll go with hamburger, and I'll go with milk. Okay, your clue. So it's only 1 card, and it's pinky.
Brain.
Yes. Codenames is supposed to be super approachable, quick to learn, and perfect if you want something light. However, because I was stressed out about getting to the airport on time, I didn't find myself enjoying it as much. Alright, well it turns out we lost, but that's okay because it's time for us to start heading out to the airport, and we don't have time to get a second round of drinks, but this was pretty good. This blue Raz Dragon. Again, it's good manners to clean up and put everything back in the box for the next player.
Oh, excuse me. Yes. Could we close ourselves out?
There's something really comforting about this place. You come in for a sandwich or for a full English breakfast, maybe a coffee, and suddenly you've spent 3 hours lost in a board game. It's the kind of spot where time doesn't really matter. More people should check out Emerald Tavern Game and Cafe. The food was good. They have plenty of drinks, whether you want a cocktail, a mocktail, coffee, tea, they got it all. And most importantly, they have all sorts of board games. Again, I'm not a really big board game person, but you know what? I actually had fun. We spent 2 hours at the tavern there, and it passed by pretty quickly. We easily could have spent more time, but we got to head to the airport. We got to return the car and board that plane to South America. So let me know in the comments, what's your favorite board game? Or what's your favorite board game cafe? Or what's your favorite food to eat at game night? Whatever it is, we're leaving Austin, and I'll see you in my next vlog in South America. So if you're curious about board games or just want something a little different from your usual cafe, Emerald Tavern is worth checking out. And hey, next time you're with friends or on a date night and don't know what to do, maybe swap the bar crawl or dinner at a restaurant for a board game night. But for now, we're off to South America, so subscribe for those videos.